If you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention.
A cup of wine to honor the one true God.
The night is dark and full of terrors, old man.
May I have the honor of presenting the newest member of the King's Guard? If it please your grace, he has taken a holy vow of silence. He has sworn that he will not speak until all his grace's enemies are dead and the evil has been driven from the realm.
Masters! Get down!
First of all, we know that wildfire absolutely melts right through wood, stone, and bone. And look at the way that ship's getting disintegrated. Are you telling me that Davos just lived through that, no problem? His face would have been melted.
Heard you were dead.
I thought you were dead. Everyone thought you were dead.
Not yet.
And you've only just come back to life. Stay alive a little longer, my friend.
A Storm of Swords, Davos chapter. Something touched his leg, a snag or a fish or a drowning man. He could not tell. He needed air by then, but he was afraid. Was he past the chain yet? Was he out in the bay? If he came up under a ship, he would drown, and if he surfaced amidst the floating patches of wildfire, his first breath would sear his lungs to ash. He twisted in the water to look up, but there was nothing to see but green darkness, and then he spun too far, and suddenly he could no longer tell up from down. Panic took hold of him. His hands flailed against the bottom of the river and sent up a cloud of mud that blinded him. His chest was growing tighter by the instant. He clawed at the water, kicking, pushing himself, turning, his lungs screaming for air, kicking, lost now in the river murk, kicking, until he could kick no longer. When he opened his mouth to scream, the water came rushing in, tasting of salt, and Davos Seaworth knew that he was drowning. Now, I must admit, when it comes to Dany, I'm split 50-50. I'm just not quite sure if she's really dead or if these Lazarene witches actually kept her alive. I'm not sure what it was Mary Mazdur was doing when she was singing that chant. Was she trying to keep herself alive? I don't think so. I think it was a chant to hatch the dragons and to keep Dany safe. Also, when they got to Vostoth Rack, out of all those women, why was it just the one Lazarene woman that they pointed out and told her backstory? Out of all the Dashkaleen there, the only one that we had anything to do with, and the only one that we saw do anything with Dany, and that we really got any backstory whatsoever with, was this Lazarene woman. What is it about the Lazarene women that seem to be able to keep Dany from burning up in fires?
For the watch.
for the watch.
Three lives I will give you. No more, no less. The faces are for no one. You are still someone. And to someone, the faces are as good as poison.
Dead.
Three lives I will give you. No more, no less. If a girl is truly no one, she has nothing to fear. Three lives I will give you. No more, no less.
Now, I know a lot of you out there are sitting there screaming at the screen going, what about Beric Dondarrion? Well, of course he's been brought back, but he still has blood rolling through his veins. I think Thoros brought him back fast enough so he's not quite all the way dead. Not like our other characters are anyway. And if he is really one of the Walking Dead, well, like I said, I was only 50-50 on Dani, so we can just swap him out with her. Since there seems to be 7 different walking zombies, do you think they represent the 7 different symbols of the Faith of the Seven? And if so, which characters represent which symbols of the faith? I know it's no fun to think about, but after we've seen what we've seen, and after we know what we know, how can we come to any other conclusion? We're just going to have to face some hard facts. Some of our favorite characters are dead. So I hope you liked this video. This one was a little tough to make, but I look forward to hearing what you guys thought about it down below and discussing it with you. And if you did like it, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready for a whole bunch more, because I got a whole bunch of crazy theories coming down the way. So until next time, game on.